Welcome back to the Zach Carpenter Show here on the Bear Network. I'm your host, Gary Oma. Each week our show is recorded here in Studio H12. We talk about today Bear basketball. And Coach Zach Carpenter here talking about, since we had our last show, a couple of big wins. Saturday night, a monster crowd here against Cleveland High School. Last night, another really good crowd against East Hamilton in two very important games. Cleveland, not a district game. It's important for what it represents. And last night, it was an important game because it was East Hamilton for us to either close out the regular season as outright champs or to have a first place tie, and we pulled it off last night.
Yeah, the last two games we've had great crowds. We've had Lynn Jones night for both of those games.
Yep.
So, you know, he does a great job of getting the community, providing them the opportunity of coming to the games, and it's a pretty cool opportunity for those kids to be able to come and watch and get familiar with Bradley. But yeah, man, the Cleveland game was packed. That was one of the best crowds, if not the best crowd I've seen in my life in the last 4 years that I've been here.
Yeah, I think it was.
And last night again, you know, the Cleveland game, you're always playing for pride, no matter what, whether it's district, whether it's not district, you're playing for pride, crosstown rival. And then last night it was a big game. It was for first place, and you know, that's something we kind of talked about leading up to that game, that you don't want to leave it to chance, because I'm pretty sure it would have came down to a coin flip.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was one of the things we talked about, is like, we got to take care of business. If we want that one seed, it was one of our goals to win the regular season and obviously winning the tournament going into it. So we were able to accomplish one of our goals last night, so we were happy about that.
That's one you can check off. Check off the list there. Last night's game, we got off to a good start, 22 days after one period, and we were coming out red hot. Ram Taylor, I'm telling you, that guy was just playing like his hair was on fire last night, and you guys were really pushing the ball, and they had called time as 12-2 when I think hit the three-pointer, and they had to call time because of it was getting away from them. Didn't help a whole lot.
Yeah.
But and they never could get back within 10 points of us. So we just held on, and everybody contributed last night. We had several guys. We had 3 guys in double figures, and it seems like we have the 3 guys in double figures about every game.
Yeah, we wanted to push the pace last night, and I thought that our defense allowed us to do that. We were able to get some good traps, turn them over, and really push the pace. And we wanted to play fast, but not in a hurry.
Yeah.
That was one of the things we talked about before the game. And defensively the whole night, I thought we were pretty locked in.
Yeah.
Especially that first half, and really proud of the guys for that. And that's, your defense is going to travel when you go in the postseason, when you have to go on the road. Your rebounding travels, things like that. So that's one of the things that we've been focusing in on, and we got to focus in the next couple of days getting ready for Friday.
Well, speaking of Friday, Knox Catholic, our senior night here at Bradley Central, they had their senior night Monday. Well, I don't know. The girls had the senior night Monday. I don't know if the boys did or not, but they've got a pretty heavy schedule this week, and they're coming here Friday night. One of the top teams in the privates in the school, in the state, 18-6. We played them up there early December, back on December the 7th, I believe it was. We were way down. We were 17 points down in the fourth period, and come back within 2 points and could not get that one shot that get us over the hump. And they held them. I think they hit free throws there toward the end, hold us off by 66-61 the final score there.
Yeah.
And we had to get one guy with 40 points he laid on us. Was that tonight?
44.
44 points. And you look at, and I was there, and you think, I don't think he's scoring that much. And then all of a sudden, holy smoke.
Yeah, well, I could feel it over there. That game, we had foul trouble. We had, I think Caden, Romarion, and Tyrese all had 3 fouls in the first half.
Yeah. So
we had to battle through some things. That was a game that we were able. We started pressing them late, and were able to turn them over, and kept chipping away, and we did. We cut it to 2. And if I remember correctly, had a chance to get a rebound, and they got the offensive rebound and scored, and we were never able to get it back to that. But they're a very good team. They've got really good players. Cade Murphy's not the only one they got. They've got other really good players. So we've got to be locked in. It'll be a tough matchup Friday night, but we're looking forward to it.
Be right here in Jim's Meat Arena. And one note of interest about that game, Juwan Smith, former McMinn County star, went to Tennessee and had a great career at Tennessee. He's their head coach.
Yeah.
And
he's doing a nice job his first year up there. He's doing a great job.
He's got it going, and they've got a shot at winning the private school state title. If they keep on rolling like they're going, but they'll be here. And that'll be a 4-game set. We're going to start a little bit different time because they have an issue getting away. We'll not start the girls JV till 4 o'clock and then we'll have probably not start the varsity. Turner Jackson told me last night to about 6:15 when the girls tip it off. So it won't be long, but it'll be a nice crowd here. We had a great crowd the last few games. We've won 5 in a row now, and it seems like we're hopefully peaking at the right time as you get ready for postseason, which will start for the boys next week down at Howard, so where that will be for District 6. So I look at stats as I get those each week, and you can look at two things without seeing the score. That's turnovers and rebounds. And if you look at that, we had 9 turnovers for the Cleveland game and just 3 in the first half. That pretty much tell you, hey, you've got a real good chance to win this game if you don't win it outright. And that is just a key statistic in every game that you play. Now, last night we won. We had 18 rebounds in that game. And I heard you. You talked to me on the radio. I said, that's too many. We had a good first half, second half,
Yeah, we did. We did a nice job taking care of the ball the first half.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we set goals before every game, turnovers and whatever we don't reach. We surpassed it last night. I think we ended up with 14 last night, which was too many, but we had a lot of those late. They were doing some trapping things that sped us up a little bit. So we got to clean those areas up, especially going into a game like Knox Catholic.
Yeah.
We can't afford to give away possessions and have empty possessions just with turnovers, especially live ball turnovers that will lead to scores for them. Well,
we've talked about this before, but every rebound you get is a chance to score, and every one you miss is a chance for the other team to score. It's like a turnover, and it's pretty nice. We had a ceremony here Saturday night, the Saturday game, Cleveland. 2 of your seniors got 1,000-point balls, and that's pretty nice. That's saying, hey, these guys played a lot of ball. They've been around a long time. They're experienced. They're not rookies. They're not freshmen. They're upperclassmen. And very well earned. You don't just get 1,000 points because you want to.
Yeah, no, that's a testament to those guys and the work that they put in, not only in practice with us, but on their own. Being able to score 1,000 points in a career is not an easy thing to do.
No,
not everybody gets that chance, and it's hard. And those guys put in the work, and you see the fruits of their labor.
I think if you look, and I keep up with our stats, and I think on my list of players that are high scoring, we've got about 15 players, Bears, that have hit 1,000-point mark, and that's over 100 years. That started in 1921. So, did you have close to 1,000 points in your career here?
I don't.
You have no idea, do you?
I have no clue.
Well, you played some guys, Josh and Hare, and his younger brother Justin. You probably didn't play with Justin.
I was a little before him. So.
Yeah, and Josh accumulated that, and see, he didn't play as a freshman.
Oh no! Back then we didn't. We only had 3 years. I think I was somewhat close. I missed about 6 weeks my senior year with mono too. Maybe I would have got it if I hadn't missed that.
I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, I sure did. And who was the post player besides you that you played inside with, or who filled in for
Josh.
You and
Blake
Josh?
Morris came off the bench for us.
Yeah.
We had Alfonso Pugh. He was a sophomore at the time.
Oh, he was a load.
That was a long time ago, Gary. I'm trying to remember.
Was Scotton on that team?
Stacy was, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, man, that was some good old days there.
Yeah.
That's what I call the glory years. Start talking about Bradley boys basketball. When Kent was there in that 97, 98 group all the way up through the mid 2000s, man. 2 years out of 3, we're in the state finals.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable run that Bradley had during that stretch. Hopefully, we can get back to that point.
Hey, that's what we're counting on there, and it's going to be fun. It's been a great year, and you've been here 4 years. I was going to ask you too. I was going to, if you brought some players, I was going to ask him. I saw you practice yesterday. I don't get to see you practice a whole lot, but you can get pretty vocal in practice. Yeah. You can get pretty vocal on the sidelines. I was going to ask him, is there one thing that just really rubs you the wrong way in practice that you see that just you'd rather not ever see it, but it happens, And players probably say, oh, yeah, they call us goofing off, or we weren't really trying hard, or we weren't sprinting hard, or whatever. But
laziness.
There you go. Yeah.
Laziness and lack of focus. If we're trying to work on something new, which you're game planning, you're changing things up, tweaking things. It's not big, drastic changes, but you're trying to tweak things
based on the team you're playing.
Yeah, and not being locked in. And then just the laziness side of it, I struggle with that. So that kind of gets under my skin.
Well, it does mine too. Just watching the game there, because sometimes you say, well, here's a half-hearted pass, that gets intercepted.
Yeah.
Fire the ball over there and things like that. Just simple things that You said this over and over, the little things
Yeah.
things is what's going to win
That's
games.
at the bottom of the practice plan every day is little things matter. Everything matters.
Just like at Catholic up there, we come back from way down, had a chance to get a rebound that
Yeah.
could have tied the game, maybe give us a lead, don't get it, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's one way you can lose a game or win a game on those little things. A team that does the most little things correctly.
Yeah, it's usually the one that wins. I mean,
Yeah.
it's every possession matters. All the small things added up to one big thing. It's not necessarily the last possession that costs it. It could be that's just as important as that first possession.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. You can't win a game in the first quarter, but you can sure lose if you don't watch out. Just like last night, they got down 22-8, and we just held them off. We held serve, as they say,
Yeah, yeah.
and won it 66-48 to final there. Now 17-8 on the season, looking to get many more wins. And this will wrap up Friday night with regular season, and we'll start next week at Howard on the 18th, and the schedule still being finalized. You meet Friday.
Yeah, well, I guess we're going to vote on that on Friday, and we might be playing Tuesday instead of Wednesday.
Yeah, so we'll hang around, and as soon as we know, folks, we'll get the word. As a matter of fact, they'll have the meeting Friday morning, and our broadcast Friday night, we will know exactly who's playing at what time and on what night and so forth, and be glad to pass that along to him. We get it to the paper for Joe to publish too, so it'll be in the may not make the Saturday paper. We'll get posted online at least.
Yeah.
So we need the fans there. If it works out right, may have the boys and girls playing on the same night at Howard for all 4 teams involved in this. So
Yeah.
that'd be the really great way to do that, to help crowds and things like that, and save you, instead of 4 trips to Chattanooga, we'd make 2 that week.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be nice for a lot of us there. Coach, thanks for joining us as always. And folks, be there Friday night. Remember, we're going to start a little bit later with the girls JV. It will be a 4-game set at 4 o'clock with the girls JV, followed by the boys JV. The Bears will play before the Bears play, and we'll have those games for you, the varsity games, on, I believe we're on Mix 104 Friday night. And that's where we'll be. So until then, we'll say so long for now. God bless, and go Bears.